What's up everyone, welcome back to another video related to Dreams. I know I've been hammering these out like a thing that gets hammered out quick, but today's actually a very special day for Dreams and the Dreams community. Today is Dreamscom 2021. As I'm recording this, it is 26 minutes past 11. We've got about 5.5-ish hours till Dreamscom goes live. And I think we should just talk about what we can expect from the announcement side of Dreamscom. So last year, Dreamscom 2020, at the end of everything, I don't know if it was the end of the stream on the first day, but the end of Dreamscom 2020, it was VR. VR for Dreams was announced, and it was in development. Now, trying to be cautiously optimistic, I think the biggest thing everyone wants to be announced is multiplayer. It is. It's the biggest feature that could possibly come to Dreams, at least in my mind. If you've got an idea of what could be bigger than multiplayer, then go ahead and put it in the comments. But I think cautiously optimistic that multiplayer could be announced in some fashion would be ideal. They have been working on it for a while. They have hired the people to get into it. But it's interesting to think of what other things could be announced that isn't multiplayer. Now, on Dreams has a forum in which you can put in a bunch of suggestions and stuff. The reason why I don't think it's going to be something small is because Dreamscom is like a once a year event that is kind of like the big blowout for Dreams. If they were ever going to announce multiplayer, it would be at Dreamscom, at least for a widespread reaction. That would be the best time, purely just because everyone that's on the fence, everyone that's into Dreams, and other companies that are watching, they're all interested to see what Dreams is going to add. And if they don't announce multiplayer at this one, I can't imagine it's going to take a full year for them to announce it. I feel like multiplayer is very close. Either the end of this year or early next year, which means it would come out before Dreamscom 2022. So that means that, hoping, I'm just a guy spouting tosh at the camera. I don't actually know, but I would think that if there was going to be an announcement, it would be multiplayer. But let's actually take a look at the trailer, because the trailer is actually really cool. They have severely upped their content this time around. So let's see what's actually happening. So you can create your character before you go into Dreamscom, which is awesome. That's really, really cool. When you come in, it's the main attraction, so it kind of John Beach's trains, Mega Penguin. I seen another thing, it was a bat or something. This kind of shows off. So yeah, as you'll be walking through, you'll be able to see all the different booths. Now the booths this year look amazing. I'm actually disappointed at my booth, because after seeing so many other amazing booths, and just the style that people are going for, like everything looks amazing. Oh, there it is. I was trying to go back. Hey, there's mine. That's my booth. So I know roughly where my booth is. My booth is like a wee jungle booth, that's showing off Red and the Cursed Isles, which has a trailer and a demo at Dreamscom. So be sure to check that out. And it shows a ton of other stuff, tons of other Dreams demos and interviews. I didn't hear anything about interviews, but there's demos and trailers and stuff. That bouncy castle's really cool. streamed on Twitch. So yes, it'll be getting streamed by Media Molecule. I imagine at 5 PM. I'm hoping so. I think so. I don't know if they've announced that or it's just an assumption, but I believe it's 5 PM. John Beach's Amazing Trains, Mega Penguin. You can get your picture taken with him. Yeah, even here it doesn't say what time. Quite strange. So yeah, that's the Dreamscom trailer. In terms of production, it's scaled way above what last year was. Last year was cool, but it was very... It wasn't bland because at the time it looked amazing, but compared to what it looks like now, it's kind of, it's definitely not as good. But I mean, God, they're always getting better as much as we're always getting better in terms of creative concepts and stuff. So yeah, it's not a big video today. Just wanted to talk and discuss what could be coming out after Dreamscom 2021. I'm hoping it is multiplayer. I'm hoping that gets announced because I would love to see a rush of people coming back and getting excited and stuff. I think there's a lot of people that are waiting to play this with their friends and create with their friends and stuff. Similar to Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet had multiplayer where you ran around and played levels, but then you actually had the creative aspect where you were in the same space creating with them. I think if that's part of the multiplayer that they're bringing back, which I hope so, that would be pretty insane. I feel like that would be one of the most interesting feats. To be honest, I'm more interested in how multiplayer is actually going to work. Is there going to be a hub world? Is there going to be is it just going to be an invite system where you can only play multiplayer while you're in a certain level that allows multiplayer? And even if so, what kind of characters do you take on? See, because the beauty about Little Big Planet, and I'm sorry to keep comparing it to Little Big Planet, it's purely just because that was their last biggest game. And it's also the one that I grew up with, so mentally and instinctually I just keep making comparisons, but with a kind of leveled head on what's realistic. You could make your own characters in Little Big Planet from everything, like creatively, amazingly. But in Dreams, you can actually make your own character, but you can make your character like insane. Whereas Little Big Planet was restricted to Sackboys, where you couldn't go too far outside, a certain limit. So I'm a bit confused because I would love to be able to run about as Red with other people in some sort of hub world. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case. Purely just because I don't know how it would work, and especially because Red's puppet takes up like 38% of the gameplay thermal because he's got so much attached to him. Would you be limited on what you could add? Who knows? But I guess we'll see. I definitely do think there's going to be an announcement. There has to be. It's the biggest event. They're not going to let that slip out their hands. I would love to see what it is. A few other things I would like to see that whenever I say this, it gets a bad reaction. And sorry, not sorry, but I think these types of things should be added into Dreams for accessibility, and just because it would make creating a lot of things a lot more streamlined and accessible for people that aren't as good at making stuff, but also that don't have the time to sit and make this specific thing. So what I'm talking about is specific materials. I'm going to compare it to Little Big Planet again. I'm sorry, I know I keep doing it. In Little Big Planet, you could have glass, you could have see-through objects, you could have mirrors. There was actually a lot of really cool glass effects that you could have in Little Big Planet. Now, I know Dreams is about creating things from scratch and getting these items and materials and making them yourself. But the fact of the matter is, you can't make actual glass. There's very good glass workarounds, but I've never seen one that is like perfect. And if there is, if someone's actually made proper glass, then fair enough. But I think also for people that are coming into Dreams and that want to make like a cool mirror effect or a window without going through the process of getting this insanely difficult way of getting it, like, you can put something up and like make it really thin so it kind of becomes see-through a bit, or you can do the paint stroke and stuff like that. I get how the simple way of doing it is. Another thing is I would like to see is actual water. Now, water was in Little Big Planet. I'm so sorry for comparing this to Little Big Planet. Dreams is not Little Big Planet. Dreams is, in creative ways, far, far superior from Little Big Planet. It really is. But it is. The reason why I compare it is because I know what Media Molecule is capable of. The ability that they have to make things like that. They're obviously talented enough because they've done it. So, and a lot of, I know it's the whole point is to kind of like make your own style, and if everyone has the same water, everything looks similar. I get that, I do, but the fact of the matter is, if you want just a wee bit of water in your game, instead of going through this process of making water and making your character float and doing all this logic stuff that needs to be done in order to get that right thing, people don't have the time for that. Dreams, as much as a learning curve as it has, needs to have an accessibility to it for people that don't have the time or don't have the even skills. Like, people aren't going to have the same skills as everyone else, but does that mean they should be excluded? No. But at the same time, if you start adding, I do see the two sides of the coin. If you start adding in water, it makes everything look the same. Everyone's got the same water, except for maybe its colour or density or blah, 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 blah. And if you start adding in glass, people have shortcuts. They're no longer getting as creative as they were because they can just boom, bam, there's glass. Done. I get it. I do get it. But I do think these are things that could also enhance streams. Because if anyone can make it good but unique at the same time, I feel like it is Media Molecule. But at the same time, going back realistically, I don't think that's going to be announced. I think that is going to be, that's a smaller scale announcement, I feel. I feel like the only things they're going to announce are big gameplay changes, like the VR. The VR changed pretty much everything. I don't know how much people use the VR now. Not because it's a bad feature, it's not. It's a really good feature, especially for creating. But VR's like accessibility to VRs. It's like so you buy a PS4, God forbid a PS5. Let's put that to the side for a second. You buy a PS4, which is what, £200 now roughly. Then you buy a game, you buy a control, all that stuff. And then you need to pay an extra £250 for a VR. Who's got the money? Who's got the time? Especially if you're creating on Dreams for fun. You're not going to invest that much to get the VR. Either you already had the VR, or you were going to get the VR already. But I don't think VR was like the meets all end all, and it's purely just because of the price tag on it. And then add in the fact that PS5 came out. You need like an extra extension for your VR for the PS5. Like what? And then I'm pretty sure there's a PS5 VR coming out. So like that's going to alienate even more people because it's already hard enough to get a PS5. I was very lucky when I got mine. So yeah, I'm kind of just rambling now about stuff. So let's wrap this up. Everyone who's a creator on Dreams, good luck at the Dreamscom. I really, really look forward to seeing your creations and your process and stuff like that, and your demos. Everyone that's getting something new announced that you've been working passionately on for as long as you have. Honestly, good luck. It's going to be amazing. The content that you're putting out there, the content that everyone's putting out in Dreams right now is top grade stuff. It's amazing. Second to none. It really is. You should all be proud of what you're doing, and you should all be proud of what you're creating, and I can't wait to see it. I'm also going to be streaming Dreamscom at 5 or whenever it streams, so consider stopping by. It's Red Sea Katsu on Twitch. But yeah, until then, I'm excited to see what we're going to see, and again, good luck. Bye everyone.